All right, the next question from Bao Bros. He said, "What's good gear for close 200s? I have three emblems, and there are crit damage, and I'm forgetting Mesos to get those emblem gear. Emblem gear. I've actually gotten a few questions about. So there's kind of a two-part question, right? First one is what's good gear for close to 200s, and then the second part is how do you get the Mesos, right? And I got another question about that. How do you make Mesos? And I think that for gear close to 200s, I think emblems are nice, right? But I would say boss attack emblems, if they're a little cheaper within your budget, I would go for them. I really don't think, like, if you have 5 BA versus 5 crit damage, I really don't think there's that big of a difference, especially at the kind of middle tier. You're on a budget, you're gearing on a budget, just because emblems aren't as important as they used to be. Nodes are more important. But so if you're level 200, right, it's nice to have that base of boss attack and crit damage just for percent stats. But there's so much other ways you can get gear that is more beneficial, right? So nodes, getting more cap, and like you don't have to get level 5 emblems. Level 3, level 4 for all of them is sufficient. It's plenty enough. You want to get your nodes first, get those to level 6 to your main skills, and then kind of figure out from there. Leveling is important to getting your symbols, your base attack, and I just think that too many times people are looking at emblem ratios, like getting the perfect emblem ratio, and it's just not as important as it used to be. So I would highly recommend just trying to get gear, sufficient of gear. Emblems are nice for the extra physical defense, for surviving in Star Force maps and arcane maps, things like that. But mainly you want to get a good weapon with the boss attack or crit damage. Get those nodes up as well, and just start slowly grinding. And then if you can start exalting and getting more cap, getting your mythic gear to ancient, whether it's necro or inherent, that's always a great route to take. And then slowly just use event scrolls, or just like if you want to emblem use emblem traces, I highly recommend you looking at finding cheap unique ones and then ranking them up using event stones or just free unique stones with using gold leafs or other things to get them to legendary. And if you want to take it even further to mythic, look at using those resources. Dimension Invasion can give free unique rank up stones as well for armor and weapon. So if you're balling on a budget, you're trying to figure out ways to be more efficient, I would highly recommend to take the boss attack route. You have 3 crit damage, that's plenty enough in my opinion. And then getting those to level 4, level 3, level 4, and try to find ways to buy cheap emblem armors that are unique, rank them up yourself, and maximizing red Mesos, and then slowly ranking them up all to level 3, level 4. Level 5 is not that huge of a priority in my opinion. So that is sort of that more cost-effective way. I just think emblem ratios there's just a lot more ways to get boss attack and crit damage nowadays. You can look at link skills, you can look at legion, you can look at, a lot of different ways. So potentials even are a free way to get more boss attack and percent stats. So yeah, emblem ratios are a bit outdated. It's more for like if you want max crit damage emblem. I don't think there's that much of a difference anymore like there used to be. So great question, but don't be scouring trade server and spending up on crit damage emblems when boss attack is definitely sufficient, and you're barely going to see any difference, if at all, to be honest. You might find some good deals as well. So great question. And then the second part to that is about Mesos. Mesos are tough. I would, again, try to use alts resources. If you don't have a perma, try to get auto battle. Just get Mesos through auto battling on alts and things like that. SF144, SF130, whatever it is on alts. Just try to get free passive Mesos that way. Using powders is a great way to sort of resource to use to sort of buy, sell leveled up uniques or leveled up legendary pieces, sell on trade server, using red Mesos to make a profit that way. You can also use, Star Force, your own items. Star Force is always a huge one, getting it to like level Star Force 17 or whatever, 17, 18. There's a lot of people that are working on the Legion and Alt Story to buy pieces like that. So that's usually what I recommend, trying to maximize red Mesos, maximizing auto battle to get free Mesos, doing dailies, trying to use your powders, your Star Force, rank up stones just to try to make a profit. It's a grind. It really is. If you're selling nodes, that's a great option, using drop rate if you're level 200 plus. But Mesos are hard to come by, to be honest. And I know a lot of players that just have to use alts to get resources, get those powders, dimensions evasions for those armor, rank up stones. It's CDD alts, Chaos Daily Dungeon alts, Elite Dungeon alts. There's a lot you can do with dailies, but it's a slow grind. But I think that is sort of those are my main sources of income, I guess, resources to make Mesos if I want to, right? Trying not to use irregular Mesos, trying to use red Mesos as much as possible. So that is my tip, kind of my short answer to using Mesos, to making Mesos, but you kind of have to, and like there's better times than others to sell things. So like if you're trying to sell like mythic fodders for Mastercraft, mythic items, they can get, you can make a bigger profit during like patch days, because a lot of people are trying to necro and things like that on patch days. When new characters come out, make Star Force 17, 18 unique items, make things like that, and kind of try to understand the market a little bit better, understand when's the optimal time to make money. Rudibus is a great one for alts as well, just the free coins weekly. But yeah, there's dailies. Dailies is a way. I hope that helps. It's a grind for sure. I get it. It's not easy, especially for players that aren't auto battling 24/7 and don't have nodes to sell and things like that. But let me know if you have any more questions. I'd love to help you guys. Keep them coming, and I hope these help answer you guys' questions. Take a quick break, and then we'll get back into the patch notes. Let's check it out.